global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. Yesterday, the Governor Soludo of Anambra State had some meetings with stakeholders. According to him, he said he has dialogued a lot of things and they should go ahead as sit at home has been abolished. And don't forget, very quickly, quick one, that Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB had actually suspended sit-at-home order at one time. Was actually meant only for the days Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will appear during court days, but obviously for more indication, sit-at-home order still persists, and the autopilots have made up their mind to enforce it. As we speak, the Indigenous People of Biafra have decided to tackle this issue and also to bring up the issue of autopiloting once and for all. Before we go into the news proper, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Quickly, let's hit the ground running. The Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB has distanced itself from Simon Ekpa, a self-acclaimed disciple of Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB, that's the Indigenous People of Biafra, said Ekpa and his autopilot group were not members of the group, that's the Indigenous People of Biafra group. In a statement by Ima Powerful, IPOB spokesman, the group asked Ekpa to stop using its name and the Eastern Security Network ESN to defraud unsuspecting members of the public. Well, the statement reads, and I quote, "We, the global movement and family of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, under the command and leadership of our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wishes to dissociate our noble movement from the ignoble and criminal activities of Simon Ekpa and his autopilot group. The Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB has been existing long before Simon Ekpa and autopilot group came on board. Simon Ekpa, Ekpa, and his group are neither part of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, worldwide family, neither do they subscribe to our operational methodology. And people should therefore stop associating them with the referred IPOB, that's the referred Indigenous People of Biafra, under the command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Henceforth, they and the general public are put on notice to desist from using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that's MNK, Eastern Security Network, ESN, and the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, to defraud and the unsuspecting public or any of their activities. Ekpa and his group should stop their attempt to ridicule and debase the institutions our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, sacrificed all to establish. We want to place it on record that Simon Ekpa is not and has never been a member of the Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB. Since he does not want to abide by the ideals of the Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB, he should form his own group and pursue Biafra freedom the way he is convinced, and stop attaching himself to the cherished name of the Indigenous People of Biafra. Simon Ekpa should know that the politicians sponsoring him and his group to demonize the Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB and ESN, Eastern Security Network, and Nnamdi Kanu will soon abandon him and his sinister activities. We want his family, friends, and associates who know him to advise him to leave the Indigenous People of Biafra out of his activities. Simon Ekpa, Autopilot, Umuada highways in America should stop their attempt to tarnish the hallowed name of the Indigenous People of Biafra and the security arm, the Eastern Security Network, ESN, established by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to liberate our people from the bondage of the Fulani terrorist nations called Nigeria. The purported Nollywood classroom unveiling of what was termed M Branch was a fully taken too far. which simply revealed the motive and the agenda of Simon Ekpa and his sponsors. The general public should stop associating indigenous people of Biafra with such Nollywood movies. We are confronted with very serious existential threats and cannot for any reason turn this noble cause of freedom and liberty of the indigenous people of Biafra into circles. Please, the public and the mainstream media should be properly guided. This self-acclaimed autopilot without aeroplanes, this self-acclaimed autopilot without aeroplanes should desist from creating the impression that they are part of this noble family led by Nnamdi Kanu, because they are not. We are calling on the European Union and the world to take note of anyone trying to use the name of the indigenous people of Biafra to instigate crisis in our land. We want to clarify that M branch, which these dissidents are claiming to be forming in a room somewhere, was commissioned by Nnamdi Kanu many years ago before launching ESN. IPOB's M branch personnel do not have uniform. M branch is the IPOB International Secret Service. They are not in uniform, just as Secret Service people anywhere are not uniformed. They're not uniformed men. So anybody claiming to be forming M branch with uniform is on his own. M branch is a secret service in the ESN structure created by MNK. No one has seen them before. They have no uniform, and very few people actually know about their operation. So ask yourself, why would anyone claim he has publicly launched an intelligence unit in IPOB if such a person is not working sinisterly for a paymaster in the pursuit of an evil agenda? People should be properly guided and not allow themselves to be scammed. A word they say is enough for the wise. What caught my attention actually is this particular one. Say this self-acclaimed autopilot without aeroplanes. I couldn't hold myself. I had to. At times, my powerful can be, instead of going straight to the point, must he take a sweep at say autopilot without aeroplanes? Well, please pardon me. Well, I've always known that for a very long while, IPOB, Ima Powerful, have been avoiding Simon Ekpa with all they have. In fact, they try to pretend as if Simon Ekpa does not exist. Simon Ekpa will call them out, will call them fake DOS. They just pretended as if it's not existing. But this one was comedy taken too far. You can imagine what they said. They said they launched Nollywood movies. Well, okay, but that's on a lighter note. But honestly, they're trying to deceive, because with this whole issue of sit at home, when they say that sit at home, the new governor of Anambra State said he has dialogued with them and they should go ahead. That's his people, the indigenous of Anambra should go ahead and work every Monday. Simon quickly came out and said that that's a joke taken too far. The governor should ask his predecessor, Willie Obiano, that he even was doing towel crying to make it work. It didn't happen. That he too will fail, is dead on arrival. So he had to, Ima Powerful had to distance himself now, so that they don't keep saying that it's indigenous people of Biafra, but actually Autopilot group they're not even part of IPOB. Now it is clear. Let's meet in that.